Hi, my name's Alan Pickett. I'm head chef at Plateau in Canary Wharf. So I'm going to show you how to cook pork chops. And with the pork chop, I would always go for a rare breed. You're looking for a sign of quality. And with a rare breed, it has maximum flavour. You can cook it in several different ways, but here we're going to pan fry it. So the first thing I'm going to do is put some oil in a pan. While the oil's heating up, I'm going to season the pork cutlet with sea salt on both sides. Then pop the pork into the pan. You could say it's a pork chop, but what I've done is just cut the fat from this top part here down, so I've just got this lovely eye of the meat here. And some people don't like too much fat on their pork, so I've taken this skin off as well here. We just want to make sure that that's taking on some really nice colour. So when you're cooking your pork, lots of people won't eat it rosé or pink. So it's a good idea to cook it more than you think it needs to be. And a good sign of that is just making sure the actual pork cutlet is firm to touch. Okay, this is the colour I'm looking at to get. It's a lovely golden brown colour. Now I'm going to turn it over. I've just turned these pork chops over, pork cutlet, turn them over. I like to cook meat on top of the stove so I can watch it. So while they're cooking, I'm just going to cook my Savoy cabbage into a hot pan. I'm just going to put some water. You could use a stock if you wanted to. Then I'm going to put the Savoy cabbage in, just turn it over. I'm going to add some sage at this point as well, which adds a lovely flavour to the cabbage, and it lends itself well to pork. So the pork's coloured nicely on both sides, but it's going to take another 8 to 10 minutes to cook fully through. So the pork's just taken on a lovely colour. It's been in the pan about 8 to 10 minutes. You see it there. So what I'm going to do is just got some apple here. It's a Bramley apple. You have to be careful with a Bramley because it does tend to break down really quickly. Just going to put some Bramley apple into that pan and just finish the apple with the pork and cook that through with a little bit of water and the sauce for the pork. So what I'm going to do now is transfer the cabbage onto the plate first and then put the pork cutlet on top of that. So what you're looking for with a pork chop, I'm looking for it to be really, really firm. So that meat has taken on all of that heat. If you're really not sure if it's going to be cooked inside, what you can do is take a metal skewer and just put it inside the actual pork chop and then draw it out and just touch with your finger just to see if it's really hot. And if it is, then you'll know. And with the apple, it takes on all of those meat residues. So I'm just going to add a really small amount of water. And the apple will take on a caramelised colour, even though we've added no sugar. So the pork sauce I'm using is a homemade pork stock. And the pork stock, it's not one of those things that you can use a pork stock cube and then reduce that. You could use a gravy from Granules if you really wanted to, but a stock cube would be too salty. And when that sauce is in the pan, just be careful not to burn it. So now I'm going to finish off the plate by adding the sauce. And that is how to cook delicious pork chops.